Hey, hold on. I'm gonna switch to my lapel mic. I got my gamer shit on here, and y'all ain't in my clan, so.
No, we're in no clan.
Yeah, there we go. Can you guys hear me?
That's the best way. That's the way to live your life. Is don't join any clans.
Yeah. Okay, this is the workshop, everybody. Camera's on the other side of my screen today. I'm used to looking to my left to the camera. Now it's on my right. It's going to be tough. This is the comedy workshop, everybody. Sorry for a delay. We're having fun. We're going to have some fun, so it doesn't matter what time we start at. If you don't know what the comedy workshop is, it's a group of comedians that get random topics and try to write 3 to 5 minutes on those random topics. Then we like to, afterwards riff and joke around. Then we go through another round of the same stuff with our own material. But it's a lot of fun. We have a great time. If you want to participate as a spectator, type whatever you want in, and I'll try to read it if I can read whatever language you write in. Speaking of weird languages, this guy knows 3 or 4. How's it going, Elner?
Good. How are you? How's it going?
I'm pretty good. Oh, man. I'm having some technical difficulties. Give me a second to switch my screen on. Okay, have fun. Here we go. There we go. Am I back? Oh, no, the thumb's in the way.
Oh, shit.
There we go. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. I'm a little bit better. Okay, we're having some fun. Technical difficulties. Wow. Elner, what you been up to, buddy?
You did the workshop last night, I think.
Yeah, I did the workshop last night. That's right. We did the workshop 2 days in a row.
Oh, that's awesome. I like doing that. It's a lot of fun. So, yeah. Anything happen in Toronto?
No, everything's chilling. It's hot, so walking around, doing shit, sweating a lot.
Yeah. Makes sense. How about you, Jester? How's it going? You just getting back? You all messed up here?
I just did a live 5 at 765 Old East here in London, Ontario, and then walked a couple of kilometers, 4 kilometers back here.
Nice.
It's not block sweat, it's just like actual sweat.
Yeah.
Oh, are you hearing me right now? Oh shit. My microphone.
We can hear you. Barely.
We could hear you the whole time.
EJ.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got I might
EJ, haven't seen you in a while. How's it going, man?
Hey, yeah, it's been a while. It's good. Yeah. It was nice to be back in person doing a lot of shows, but I feel like I shouldn't be doing them as much right now anymore.
Yeah.
So good to be back in the workshop.
Hey,
how's my
one
volume
question
right now?
for you.
Is it insane? Is it too high?
Yeah, it's good, man.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Right.
None of the sound problems. Yes.
Oh man, dude. And I like Matty, but his audio, it sounded like he set his his laptop on top of his dryer, just fully going, and he has one of those laptops that has the little camera at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
So every time he was trying to be real sneaky and work on his material, he was like, but he was very gracious and his jokes were good and he muted his mic appropriately.
And yes,
he does a wicked spider impersonation.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I guess I got one big question for everyone wants to know this one answer. What question? EJ, is that a fake room behind you with those fake green screens, or is that your real room? We gotta know this, okay? It looks too perfect to me.
That's my room.
Oh,
does it really look? That's funny.
It looks like a picture someone would have.
Yeah, that's why my room is such a mess. It's for the authenticity.
Exactly.
That would be such a good call.
So I got to do an announcement actually before. Oh, I should say who I am. My name is Keller Reeves. I am just outside of Vancouver in Canada. Yeah, everything's going on. I'm doing shows. COVID's getting worse. I'm still trying. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep doing my thing. So keep my distance. Have some fun. This is why we do the comedy workshop, everybody. To make another announcement is this is a comedy safe space. So that means that it's safe for us, the comedians, and not for you. When I say that, we're all here to make jokes. We're not here to hurt feelings, make fun of people. We're going to make fun of people. We're not going to hurt feelings and do anything disastrous. You know, we're not angry people. It's all about the fun. That's all I want to say. All about the fun. So, guys, guess what? Since I'm the host tonight, inadvertently, because I opened the page before everybody else, I get to go first.
Cold open.
Yeah, so Elner, you want to do an announcement for me? You want to
Yes,
lead
I
me
do.
in, buddy?
Out of the beautiful but COVID-ridden BC, who just got the mask mandate back, it's Killer Reeves.
Hey, everybody, clap for me. Come on.
Woo!
Oh, man. It's cold. Okay. My topic, my random.
Oh, man.
That was Killer Reeves. No. And the technical difficulties continue.
Oh, they're not just capping their faces in BC. They capping their internet. Oh, no.
Oh, shit. Shit. They're like, oh, no fun for you outside or inside.
Damn.
That's going to be.
Oh, no.
So do you think he's still talking and just thinks he's bombing right now?
I hope.
Guarantee. I feel like he's just like going. You know that feeling? It happens to me so long. The only thing, it's fun to find out. Let's find out where he's at.
Yeah, I was about to
Oh,
like,
no! Oh no! Well,
can we govern ourselves? Maybe.
Yeah, we can govern ourselves. So I'll start out. I'm not logged into the thing to give me the big rectangle, but I'll start going ahead anyways. I just came back from doing 5 minutes of stand up in person in an actual place. Now that was exciting because comedy loves low ceilings, and I may have low ceilings down here, but it likes them more when there's people there. COVID also likes ceilings, which is why I'm double vaccinated as well. And honestly, I got my first handshake in like 2 years tonight, and like it was nice when it was happening, but it took like it was like I was like a virgin experience all over again, where I was very uncomfortable going into it, but I ended up having a lovely time. So I was scared when I looked into it, and not normal scared. Normal COVID greeting scared is when someone greets you with a fist or an elbow, or like God forbid they come with the Wuhan bump real low, and all of those are scary. But the one that gives me the most social anxiety is when someone comes for the high five. Now, that's just on the edge of my comfort zone, like just teetering on there. And I look at their hand as I'm leaving them hanging, and I know about the social obligations involved. And I look at their sweaty, wrinkly hand, and I don't know what to say to them because I'm a palm reader. And I know that they're only going to live until their early 40s. All right, welcome back, host Keller.
Hey guys, sorry.
Yes.
Wow.
Hey.
Internet is magic sometimes. Like Elner's intro was so good, it dropped me. So did I miss anything? Not really.
I did too. I had a solid two.
Just
I busted out.
Yep,
Awesome.
he busted out some.
I got
some
my
relevant
first
stuff.
handshake in 2 years today, and it was
Wow.
it was mood.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've been shaking like nothing happened. Just shaking everybody's hand all the time. Doesn't stop me. Yeah, no, I got overconfident with the stupid vaccines. I didn't think you get it again. You could get it. So I've been like really. Now I'm hearing like seeing people you can get it still. I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
We should have been a little more cautious there. So I'm only a half idiot, I guess. At least I got the vaccine, Anyways, yeah. Sorry about interrupting everybody.
Oh, no worries.
Did anyone want to proceed? Were you complimenting Jester stuff by chance?
You came in at a division between topics, so why don't you just pick up where you left off?
Yeah,
Okay, that's cool. Okay.
Right on a good.
Let's see if this works then, eh? I gotta go off the phone this time because I didn't write it in my paper. My topic, actually, the last topic Scott gave me, founding father. This thing Scott gave me, so this is the last one. I wanted to do it right. He gave me the topic of rodeos. Okay, and I wanted to put a lot of effort into this, but then I realized I'm too lazy for that. I like to go off the top of my head or like last minute things I wrote. So this is all exactly about 10 minutes old. This is true though. Friday, I was standing in line, in line for the butcher. I was going to go with camp and I wanted to get some meat. And I'm standing in line and you have to go inside, grab a little ticket, then stand outside because it's a little small place. They only fit 2 people in there. So I'm standing outside and some lady kind of shows up and I go, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Just, you should got to grab a, number so you don't miss out," sort of thing. She's like, yeah, it's not my first rodeo. I was like, yeah. What event were you in? And she's like, what? I said, no, seriously, what event were you in? If you're in the rodeo, what event were you in? She's like, what? I was like, you look like you were the steer like you look like you're in steer wrestling, but you were the steer, basically. That's what I'm telling you. Okay. Like you look like you're the barrel that horses raced around in barrel racing. That's what you look like, actually, lady. How about that? You look like you fuck rodeo clowns. I just picture someone fucking a rodeo clown. It's so disgusting. Listen, I honestly, lady, I could tell it's not your first rodeo because you look like a cunt roper. That's what you look like. Maybe not so funny. Okay. This is all stuff. I wanted to be mean. This is all stuff that went through my head, though, when she said that. I was like, oh, you bitch. I didn't want to think of the subject yet. Basically, that's what it was. I just started going through. But I've actually been in a rodeo or two. So we have a rugby tournament up here north that plays with the rodeo. So I've had like 3 rodeo buckles. And if you guys don't know what a rodeo buckle, you see these assholes walk around with buckles. You're technically not supposed to wear one unless you've won it. That's the rule of rodeo. Okay, just you guys, if you want to know what rodeo, that's the rule. You don't wear it unless you're this. So then I like to go to country bars or other places and wear my buckle and just start going, yeah, poser, buckaroo. I just like pointing them out for my own sake because it makes me laugh. Okay, I never actually say it to them. I'm just like, yep, that guy's a fucking piece of shit loser. Look, he bought that in Sears. Like you bought that in Sears, buddy. Nobody knows what Sears is anymore. Okay, let me see. First rodeo, blah 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 blah. Rodeo stuff. I guess I grew up on a hobby farm, so I was never a fucking cowboy guy or anything like that. But I did have horses. I had lots of horses, and I actually got kicked by 3 horses. To tell you the truth, that's a record. Probably for 5 years old, I got kicked 3 times. That's true. Okay, I got kicked right here. A scar right here.
Oh,
Am I back? Oh, good. Oh man, maybe my internet is not going to work today. But yeah, I know. What I was talking about is I got a scar right here for a horse. I got a really big scar in the back of my head, and I got kicked in the chest. And my brother told me the first time I got kicked, I don't know which one it was, chest, head, or back of the head, but it was one I swung on the horse's tail. I guess I was 5 years old. I just jumped on the horse's tail and started swinging. Booted. I guess it might be my chest because that's the kind of way I'd be facing, basically. It can't like Bruce Lee kick you all the way up and hit you in the forehead. That's what I'm saying, okay? It can't. That's probably the chest shot, okay? Another time, this is all true stories. Another time, I remember having this cape, this yellow towel, basically. This like faded yellow towel. It's just my size, and I pinned it to my neck. And it was right when Superman came out, and I was really big on Superman because my last name's Reeves, and Superman back then was Christopher Reeves. So then I was like, oh yeah. So I went up to a horse and actually said, I am Superman. And I punched it in the stomach, and that's probably the one in the back of my head. I think that was the one in the back of my head because it would probably spin and hit me that way. That's probably what it is. And the third time, I did nothing. That's the only one. That's the one I do remember partially. I did nothing. It kicked me in the head. But yeah. If you have questions about that, please ask. Anyways, that's all I have. That's all I have for you guys. So another round of applause for me, everybody, for doing so well. You know? Okay. Elner, what do you think?
Oh, man. You got kicked you got kicked in the heart and twice in the head. At least it's nothing you need for being a comedian.
Yeah, true.
And when you said that your name was Reeves, and you were real big on, I thought you were going to say being paralyzed by horse accidents.
I should have been. That
Yeah.
fucking shit. I gotta remember that one. That's a good line. Oh, that's the best line I've heard
for
for that joke.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Christopher Reeves accident connection that's gotta work its way in there. It's funny that you pretended to be Superman and punched a horse because a horse ended up killing Christopher Reeves. Now I know what happened to Christopher Reeves. It was revenge.
Yeah, I never put that together actually. Oh,
much like Christopher Reeves, you kept going there with Superman on the horse. You kept going there with Superman but on the horse, but you never made it the whole way to the end of the line.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Never. Yeah, I did never make it to the line. You're right. I was trying to spread out time.
There was an accident along the way, and the whole thing was paralyzed. It went wrong. Oh my God.
EJ, did you have anything else?
So bad about that.
Where do you live, or where did you grow up?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, right outside Vancouver, a place called Surrey,
so much
British Columbia.
This horse country. There's so much horse stuff happening with you. Rodeos and fighting horses.
Well, it's just Canada.
Yeah.
If you haven't tried to tip a horse, it's a thing, or tip a cow. You know, it's it's kind of rural up here, I guess, except for the really big cities. So I'm only I grew up maybe about 45 minutes out of Vancouver, and that was a city. But I grew up with a hobby farm with horses and stuff like that. So it wasn't like the difference is really short actually. Now it's all houses. There's no horse pastures. So, but that's
cool. Yeah, I like playing with the phrase "not my first rodeo." It's funny because you're someone who has done rodeos. It's funny to think of like a confusion between someone saying that phrase, but you actually have done them. So you're asking. You're asking follow-ups. Also, it feels like people who say "not my first rodeo" are just people who haven't done rodeos.
Yeah,
like do people who do rodeos actually use that phrase?
Yeah,
I bet that joke happens a lot at a fucking rodeo.
Yeah,
right. Yeah,
I bet it does too.
I bet it kills every time.
I bet they all high five each other.
Yeah. You missed my high five joke earlier, I think.
Yes. I just had when you were saying that you got kicked by horses 3 times. I just assumed they all did it at one time, just like a horse bang.
Just bounce around like a pinball machine.
Yeah, and they just came at you, like they're jumping into a gang and stuff like that, just kicking you.
Yeah, I was dropping into a gang. You're right. Beat the shit out of it. That is funny. Fuck, that's good. I guess if there's nothing else, anybody have anything else?
It is just funny to have been kicked by horses that many times. That's kind of insane.
Yeah. I don't know what it was. I'm probably lucky to be alive.
Yeah, it's funny to think about the explanation for. It sounds like the horses are like talking about you. Like, there he is. Go get him.
You need that shit like you need a kick in the head. Twice and one in the chest.
I do like where you're going there, EG. It's like I'm a what's it called? Like a prison guard, and all the prisoners are like deciding how they're gonna get me. It's like how are we gonna get fucking Officer Keller and fucking ruin him. I do.
It kind of reads like the CV of a rodeo clown. So maybe you have a chance with that chick from the first joke.
Yeah, I wanted to go back to rodeo clown. I forgot to go back to rodeo clown. Fuck, oh well. Yeah, I just think rodeo clowns are kind of funny though. Just you could really kind of. Like they're the worst kind of clown, basically.
But they also they're least terrifying. Like something like severely damages them. Yeah, like the normal scary clowns are like scary, but these guys are scared of. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Being chased by a dangerous animal is honestly the context I want to see clowns in, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that would be pretty funny. Oh, I forgot about that part.
Me. Rather than like on the edge of the woods, like it's fucking 2016 and there's some weird shit going on.
I don't know why this makes sense in my head. But then going from like rodeo clowns, so like clowns are getting chased by like wild animals, so, like maybe highway clowns where they're like have to run through like super highway traffic and just kind of live. I don't know if that'll work at all.
Yeah, different kind of clowns. They should have. Oh, I'm gonna think about that now. I wish I had more time with that sucker. There's actually all the possibilities of matching with other sports and stuff like that, I think, and see if there's more. Yeah. It's like what kind of clown? What other sports need clowns, sort of thing. It's yeah, I don't know, something rough. You'd have to go with rough, like Aussie rules. Aussie rules football needs a clown.
Maybe the Patriots could hire a clown for their expertise in with balloon animals. It might really help them with all of the inflation and deflation that they're doing.
It actually reminds me of something like that rugby tournament I didn't get into that I go to all the time is Williams Lake. It's way up north, and it's rugby. We all camp around the fields, but not. But I forgot about this. My favorite rodeo event I've always wanted to do at the rugby tournament was to bring to the rugby tournament was I can't remember what it's called, but they pretty much sit down and play poker in the middle of a field while the bulls, the bulls running around. You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
And they play poker, and whoever's the last one sitting wins like fucking $1,000 or something like that. So, you guys seen that?
Yeah. Huh. You have to have the balls to stay there while the bulls are like keep charging him. You keep playing poker.
Yeah, it's instead of high stakes poker, it's the stakes are angry.
Yeah. But the reason why I bring that up because I always wanted to actually do that at a rugby game. Sit in the middle and play poker during a rugby game and seeing how long everybody get taken out because people be aiming at you, right? So they'd be taking guys out left and right and everything else. So, anyways, it'd be kind of fun. Ooh. Anyway, that's a Anyways, I think we've exhausted that topic. Hey, what do you guys think? We can move on.
Oh yeah,
exhausting. Who hasn't gone yet?
None of us.
All of you haven't? Oh, I thought you said you did 2 minutes. What the hell?
I did too. I did 2 minutes, but I didn't.
Oh, okay.
I didn't fully go.
Oh, okay. No worries then. Okay, well, let's go on around each other. Let's go around. Elner, are you ready? Let me do an intro though for you, okay? Let me do an intro, okay? Okay, if you guys don't know out there that I had this rivalry with this guy named Dan Brennan that gave me shit one time about how I do my intros. So I always have to give this big intro because that son of a bitch, Dan Brennan, got on my back. So, okay, this next comedian, has traveled the world, knows 6 or 7 languages, English, least of them. Please put your hands together for Elner, everybody.
Thank you, Keller. So my topic for today was arrest records. And I'm going to take us in an interesting spin, I think. So I think arrests are like TikTok videos, like the TikTok music videos. They need to be coordinated. Everyone has to make their move at the right time. And usually they're also poorly recorded from a weird angle. So I, in the past, have had the role of teaching people how to conduct proper arrests. And I very much equated like to choreography, kind of like a JLo video. Like somebody's gonna get their ass popped, but hopefully it's all coordinated and everything's within bounds. So I kind of very much equated to like ballet, right? Also, like in ballet, there's usually like the stern teacher that actually walks around with a stick and beats up whoever gets their foot in the wrong place, like that. Which is exactly what happens when you teach people how to conduct arrests. Sometimes they get their feet outside of a cover and, they're going to get shot. Might as well get hit by a stick a couple times instead of getting shot. So, knowing all this, teach probably like 2,000 or 3,000 people how to do proper arrests and not to shoot people. I've also been on the other end one time, after all this, while all this was happening. So I was at home on leave, and I lived in the ghetto, like the real ghetto. Like, drug dealer 24/7. I still don't know how he never got caught. I mean, the guy is there in the open. It's not like he's selling from like a cover. But I'm leaving the house dressed up in the ghetto because I was gonna go see a girlfriend. And normally the people that show up in that neighborhood all dressed up, come for product. So a cop car pulls up, and 2 dudes in plain clothes jump up. I'm not excited because I know the procedure. The two dudes at the time they were allowed to stop and frisk, so they yelled, get your ID and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, first you guys give me your ID because I knew I had something in my pocket that could supersede their power. So I said, well, first show me your ID. So the one guy goes, he's gonna play the bat. He goes, can't you see us just jumping out of the cop car? I was like, well, again, I have a card in my pocket that literally will annul anything in the situation. So I had the freedom to say, well, if I punch you in the face right now and take your cop car, roll up on somebody else, what's stopping me there? So that's what I said. So this guy started getting angry. The other guy got a cut on. So they were playing good cop, and the other guy was kind of like channeling his inner true douche. So that's kind of how it started until I pulled out my wallet. I had my army ID there, and even if I had done something wrong, they still had no jurisdiction. So that was my arrest record story. Nothing happened. They let me go because they had to, and that was it.
Out there, everybody!
Yay! I don't know how much of it was funny. I was really struggling with this topic. I don't know why.
Yeah, it happens sometimes. It's the struggle's real, people. Some of these topics are hard for us. Jester, what do you think of Elner's stuff?
Oh man, I think catching charges is tricky. For sure. I wanted stories that seem to come from a personal place, but I don't think you have them. About getting arrested for some fucked up shit, and I think that's to your credit. So I don't want to hold that against you.
I know. I was.
I kept waiting for some like stories of some fucked up shit you did, and it just never came.
Well,
when I heard the topic, I was like, "Oh, here comes the shit."
I know. I was thinking about, and I was like, I'm not gonna make anything up because it wouldn't be good. I mean.
Yeah.
Basically, what he's saying, what Elner's saying is that he's too smart to get caught, people.
That's exactly right.
Not that he didn't do things. He's just saying they never caught me, so I can't admit to it.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly. So why admit to it in a public forum? Exactly. Why would I do this now if I got away with it already?
Yeah. Well, three people can see this.
See, that was my problem the whole time, you guys. I just I learned
not good at it.
Just don't. Yeah. I was so proud of my crimes.
I can give you a pointer.
I can't wait to tell you about all these crimes.
I'm proud of them, but I can't tell you about them. Just tell them. Okay, keep it to myself.
Those are the things we do in person.
Yeah. EJ, what do you think of Elner's stuff?
I like that. That's an interesting story. I love the idea of you. You said you trained these cops on how to arrest people.
Yeah, I trained the army. Actually.
Oh, you trained the army people, like the MPs.
No, the arrest people, soldiers, like combat soldiers.
You trained soldiers how to arrest people, and then you were getting arrested. Okay. Yeah, there's just something funny about having trained people on how to arrest, and then you're getting arrested yourself.
No, that was weird.
Yeah.
Also, this is how I was stopped. I don't know how much of that is kind of an arrest. Like if you translate it to French, then yes, I got arrested.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a little different. But it's still a different perspective that could be funny to play with, where you're, where you're like rating them or something, or saying, like, oh, I know how this goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's some of it is also hard to get into, like, with like conveying it in context. I guess I should have had more time with it. Like I should have had more time with it because like some of the jokes you can make, and then like a cop would get it, or a soldier would, somebody like that does it all the time would get it.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of, I should have had more time to kind of like translate it to like a non-related audience.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the background information would really sell the punchlines. It's like a real personal experience, relative thing.
I'm looking for my lighter. If anybody's wondering what I'm doing, that's I'm like, oh man, I'm way too sober for this. So I've been like madly looking for my lighter everywhere. I'm like texting my wife, "Can you find my lighter, please?" Because I roll with one lighter. I'm sorry to interrupt you and not pay attention there, EJ. I didn't hear anything you said about Elner. Were you finished though?
It's for the best.
Okay, no worries.
That's one thing I thought would be interesting to focus on. Yeah, you can go ahead.
I want to know, Elner, one thing. You talked about something. You're talking about poorly recorded stuff and videotapes, and which is good going on. But you had this one. I heard it. It made me laugh, but I can't remember what it was. But your punchline was something about ass popped. Like they were get your ass popped or something like that. I want to riff on that joke. Can you tell that joke again, by chance? Or did you know it? That's the only. It's just a short part about.
It was a little riff. Yeah, I had to teach soldiers how to make arrests properly. I thought it's gonna be, or I can't remember where I put it because the pop.
Oh, okay.
Pop the ass was an ad lib kind of. So
was it? Okay.
The recording. Yeah.
No worries then. It's no worries. Yeah, I just thought it was really funny. So it just proves that you're funnier than your material, Elner. That's what it proves. So just I liked it. I can't remember exactly what you said because I was kind of listening, and then it was like you nailed it about something because you compared it to something else. It's like you're just waiting to get your ass popped.
Now I remember.
Cracked me up. Yeah,
I remember.
Something towards it.
It was choreography, like J-Lo's choreography. Somebody's gonna get their ass popped.
Oh, J-Lo's choreography. Yeah. Okay, that was good. I didn't hear exactly what that was. So, yeah, that's I like that joke. You should try to fit that in something else.
Another social media parallel is getting the perp to spread them is like kind of like getting something like an Instagram model to like accentuate that thigh gap. Like ultimately, this information will help you long term. I don't know.
Yeah, the first camel and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
In the context.
Okay. I keep. Is Elner breaking up for everybody else too? Is that
a little bit?
A little bit.
Okay, I'm not going crazy then. Perfect.
Okay.
I was a little worried there. So no, you're breaking up a tad there, Elner. That's why we're kind of maybe not hearing exactly what you're saying. But
I've had
that
problem like half an hour ago, so I don't know if it's persisting or what is it.
Yeah. I think it's everybody's internet. Let's just blame the whole internet for fucking things up. How's that sound?
I heard problem and persisting, so that's probably enough of what you said there. So
yeah. Anyways, let's give Elner another round of applause because he did so well. Woo! He worked through his fears. He did an awesome thing, Okay, so everybody, this next comedian is a super host on the workshop. He's always doing a ton of shows, done a background, just got to step up to producer of the workshop, and that's why we're late. Put your hands together for Jester, everybody.
Thank you, guys. So I've never been great at investing. I lost half my net worth in when the Beanie Baby bubble burst. And I foolishly invested in pets.com, even when I really didn't think the internet for dogs would ever catch on. Watching the Winter Olympics is basically watching rich white people slide through life competitively this time. If you're this bunch of material, you guys, I don't know if you're familiar with Jeopardy. This is a bit of a potpourri. Also, if you're familiar with Jeopardy, fuck that producer. Am I right? Hashtag LeVar Burton Jeopardy. So the Biden administration is kind of in the midst of a cover-up right now, and I'm talking about one thing in particular. Joe Biden used to talk about this all the time, but they have since told him to shut the fuck up about it. When Joe Biden would take the Amtrak into work, he would sit on the toilet backwards with his legs straddled, like facing the tank of the toilet. And he would use the top of the toilet like a little desk. It's a thing he did, and it's a thing he used to be proud of. Until people told him to stop talking about it because it's really kind of gross. I'm not saying I'm not glad the United States has a president with a good work ethic. I'm glad he stopped talking about it. So, thanks to the pandemic recession, I can't pay my rent or my gym membership. So now I'm squatting. But you know, this is one for the Vancouver crowd over there. You can't skip leg day if you want calves the size of baby cows.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how that works. So I took a DNA test after I had a bit of a scare with the way my hair came in post pandemic. And turns out I'm 3/4 Irish, 1/4 Irish setter, which is why the hair comes in like this. Compound words combine two words into one word to create a new special third Voltron word with a completely new meaning. For example, politics is a compound word from the Latin poly, meaning many, and ticks, meaning blood-sucking parasites. Is anyone else bothered by the sudden decrease in the quality of hand sanitizer and the fact that that has just stayed that way? Like, all the stores have fuckloads of hand sanitizer on sale, and it's all the bad stuff. I get so scared every time I approach a hand sanitizer pump. I have no idea what the viscosity is going to be or what like the interior nozzle shape is or how much gook has accumulated around the edge of the. There are so many ways that thing can go wrong. So I start slowly. I'm worried. And the pressure builds up and it builds up and it builds up and boom! Person behind me, super fucking sanitized. Man, every fucking time. And sometimes I'll get a smell and I'll be like, what did they even scent this shit with? Am I smelling the bathroom floor in like of the room in which the dispenser is in? Or is that just what the fucking hand sanitizer smells like? And I wonder that for a minute. And then I'm reminded that I wondered that 5 minutes later when I get a smell of my own hands. Oh, but no, that's what clean smells like now, you guys. Oh my God. Do you ever lie awake at night in a cold sweat thinking about some bullshit that happened way back in 8th grade? Okay. Good, cool, me too. I remember, I regret, I have deep philosophical regrets. I remember being a little kid and I used to beat my little brother up. And I remember whooping his ass with this heavy toy rubber dolphin thing we had lying around the house. And, you know, I think back at how that hurt him and I really regret it. It's because we also had this Stegosaurus toy and that also had spikes. And knowing what I know now, I could have done so much more damage. Oh, I regret stealing my best friend's girlfriend in high school. She ended up being a total bitch. Oh, I lie awake at night thinking of every time someone wished me happy birthday, and that's nice for a minute until I remember that I responded, "You too!" like 3/4 of the time, like a goddamn idiot. Oh, I just got too excited, you guys. Coca-Cola tried to introduce their new beverage, New Coke, in the 80s, which failed miserably. Their plan was to use Bill Cosby as their spokesperson. And basically, every time Bill Cosby tries to offer people a drink that tastes a little bit weird, things go horribly wrong. Dr. Pepper talks a big game about how it's made out of 23 flavors. But you can get there by dropping a shot of amaretto in a glass of Coors Light, and I recommend it. It's very delicious. And by the way, there's your 2-drink minimum right there, eh? Tip your waitstaff like they're serving you during a pandemic, folks. That's my material for tonight. Have a great night.
Yeah, just everybody. What was that drink you called? You dropped the...
It's like a Dr. Pepper drop shot. You take a shot glass of amaretto and you drop it in a light beer, and it tastes exactly like Dr. Pepper. It's really good. It's got that, like, for that first, like, 15 seconds while it's all, like, roiling, it's got that sweetness and everything. It's really great.
Yeah, I've had them actually. It's a Canadian thing, I think. So, yeah, because we had it when I was down in Australia and down in the States 2 separate times, at least a span of 10 years. I talked the waiters to make me these things, these Dr. Peppers. I forgot about them. Actually, I forgot all about them. I never used light beer though. I just used draft beer. So,
well, that worked.
Yeah,
I've only tried with the light beer.
Yeah, I always called it draft beer, but I know exactly what it was. Yeah, EJ, what do you think of Jester stuff? And would you drink a Dr. Pepper?
I'm very curious about that. That drop in the shot. That sounds tasty.
It's really good.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Good. Yeah, I like the Joe Biden toilet thing. I hadn't heard about that.
Yeah, that's a real thing. That's a real thing.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
It's kind of rude. People need to shit. What's he doing? He's just camping out in there.
Yeah, he makes a little office out of it.
That's
like lays out his papers on top of the toilet. He used to. This is something he used to do.
At first, I thought you were going to say he got work done. He's so efficient. Yeah.
Anymore.
Oh yeah. Right. He can't.
Right.
But I thought you were going to say he's so efficient that he would continue to work while taking a dump. So he would be like.
That's the unimplied part.
Okay. So he actually is.
He at least had the diplomatic wisdom to not go into excruciating detail. But he wanted to know people. He wanted to know that the circumstance was happening, that he went into the bathroom and he did work. But like what is he never said, but that's part of the
Wow. Yeah.
He was Obama's number 2 guy.
That's funny.
You just got
damn. Yeah, I just feel like you can keep digging on the Joe Biden. That's just so funny to me. The hand sanitizer stuff is very relatable. Everything you said.
What else could go wrong? What has gone wrong when y'all have used that shit? When you tried to do that, I did actually squirt some hand sanitizer on the shoes of the person behind me. Like they were behind me and just to an angle, and I was like, and it just fucking went. And I just
say that. That's funny that happened and it hit their shoe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other things that have gone wrong. I don't know.
Sometimes it's way too fucking thick, and no matter how much you rub, and you're like, is this soap? Like, what is happening? Is this cum?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what happens if I put water on this? Is there going to be like problems? Like,
I was gonna say this according to because a lot of times they will put it in like a generic container so they can squeeze it out because they buy it in bulk. But if you don't properly label that container, it's a OSHA health safety violation. So I never use those hand sanitizers. Yeah, because you can never know what's in it. It might be some garbage, really. So
sometimes it's like in a big bottle with like that originally contained Purell, like the name brand shit. Like they've been since refilling it with some fucking garbage. And so you think you're gonna get the Purell experience, like you think you're gonna get like the Cadillac experience, and no, you get the fucking like Toyota Gremlin.
Criminal.
I actually use the stuff. We get alcohol from work all the time. That's my favorite one. Like bars make the hard booze instead of that they're making they're like
distilling that.
It's like booze, right?
The spill off.
So it's always the best when you clean your hands. You're always like you get to do this without having fear of like you just go. It's like there's no fear of like there's nothing like gross. It is vodka basically with no booze. So you can just lick your hands all you want. I don't know why I had that thought, but it was like. So.
Remember when homeless people and like winos would try to like sneak in some sanitizer? They're doing themselves now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I wonder how much content mine has. It's like 96%. One liquid fucking send you sideways.
There's a Polish drink like that.
That's gnarly.
Yeah. My buddy picked up a girl with that drank Listerine one time. She was just she'd pull out Listerine. He just thought she wanted to like freshen her breath, and she just kept taking swigs out of it and put the lid back on. And he just like thought he was like, yeah, his name was Eigeldinger. I went to high school with him. Eigeldinger.
That's a great name. That's music.
Yeah, that's his last name. We called him Dinger. We just
great.
called him Dinger, right? And then one time the rugby coach couldn't remember his name, and he was like getting flustered because he's kind of really emotional. He's like, he's like ding dong, come over here. And that was it. Ding dong was his name forever. Ding dong.
Oh yeah, you ain't gonna live that shit down from coach.
So Ding Dong Eigeldinger. He anyways, he picked up a chick with Listerine. I just wanted to say that too.
I had a couple of other thoughts for Joe Biden sitting on the toilet and using it as a desk. He should stop writing his shitty thoughts. Because, and for Cosby, just maybe another tag at the end where it was like, well, yes, every time he gets gives somebody a drink that tastes funny, and your joke then. But I guess I
have another compatible with that joke, Coca-Cola joke, which is Atlanta came down real hard on Coca-Cola for including during the Prohibition era for including alcohol in their cocaine-based beverage. I don't know. I just think that's it's not even, it doesn't have a punchline. It's just a thought that I think is funny.
Yeah. Those are my favorite jokes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was just gonna suggest a line, but but after the Bill Cosby thing, it's like, but I guess it's all cool now because he's out. You gotta quit it.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay. It was a suggestion.
It was funny. It was funny.
And technically, it's true. My job is to suggest.
No, it was a good one. It was objectively funny.
Well, not to change the subject. No, I still got stuff here too. Let's stay on the subject. I like wordplay or like goofy stuff. Like if anybody see me do my own material, so I love when you said Beanie Baby bubble bursters or whatever you said. I don't know. To me it really stuck out. That was the start. It made me laugh.
Half my net worth when the Beanie Baby bubble burst.
Yeah, that was it. I love your squatting joke. That was hilarious. That was really good.
I really like that joke.
I really like it too because it caught me off guard and just like, that's wish it was mine. That's one of those because I would ways, So it's I wrote something down. It's too cheap of a joke. We could talk about clean and jerking or other like relatable fucking shit from squatting or something. But and your hand sanitizer stuff. The Biden stuff. That's what I'm talking about. When you're talking about you getting some work done on the toilet, right? But it made me think exactly about Trump, like how much he tweeted. I was like, I personally tweet when I shit, right? Once a day, whatever it is, or go on there. He must have been shitting all the time. That's the thing I was just thinking during the election. Just continuously had to go to the bathroom tweeting. So, anyways, if
you have a diet that's entirely composed of hamburgers, it'll do a number on you.
Exactly. Anyway, so I just thought it was a funny relation that you could talk about both sides there. But
I know. Dude, I always wrestle with whether or not I should conjure the spirit of the ghost of Donald Trump. Like, I feel like if I say his name like too many times in a set, like it's like saying like 3 Hail Marys in front of a mirror. You know what I mean? Like,
it's true. You could just say the last guy. The last guy that sat in the White House.
Yeah.
Instead of say his name, you could go that way too.
I could just say I don't want to summon him, and so I'll just call him like Candyman instead.
Yeah.
What's an orange candy?
Candyman.
Little Red Riding Hood.
Orange Crush. Candies? I don't know.
Man, I have been trying to find something close to So Delicious for the last 5 years. It's
only orange. It's only an orange flavored candy. There's no name for that. Those orange candies are only an orange colored candy. There's no actual name for them. The sucker tops, right? The orange sucker tops. Anyways.
Did an Uncle T trick you into something? I don't know, sir. I don't know. Orange. Oh, I don't know what an orange sucker top. I can't think of an exclude. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, orange circus peanuts? Are they kind of orange?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheetos, but
Cheetos, yeah.
Yeah, nacho flavored peanuts. No,
yeah,
that's not
Cheetos,
tannish.
nachos.
Tan, almost orange.
I have to do
knows?
some candy-related research, and I think I'm going to do it in person. So that's how that's best done, I figure.
Yeah. Anyways, sidetracked, of course, but I think everybody should give a round of applause for Jester. I think it was a pretty good effort. Hey, Jester, way to go, buddy. Way to go. Our next comedian is the fabulous, the always traveling, always touring. Glad to have him back. Put your hands together for EJ Maniscalco, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, so my word is turkey. Turkey. And what did I cook up? Let's see. So every Thanksgiving, the United States president pardons a turkey, which is really cool to see because I thought we were just eating the turkeys. I didn't realize we were executing them for their crimes. It's funny. It's funny to think of turkeys being pardoned from execution because, like, the only crime punishable by death is murder. They killing. I think turkey's only actual crime is being dry. Just not being as juicy as chicken. It is funny to think of a judge who's so disgusted by how dry turkey is. She's like, ugh, this is basically murder. It'd be crazy if turkeys really were committing crimes and you looked at their rap sheet and it turns out it's sexual assault. That'd be like, oh my God, turkeys are terrible. No wonder we're teaching kids to snap their bones. It's actually not that crazy a thought, turkeys committing sexual assault, because birds really do have that problem. Like, I don't know if you know this, but there's some duck species where the female has a vagina like a maze with several dead ends, so that if an unwelcome partner mates with her, she's unlikely to get pregnant. That's crazy. The female duck has a vagina like a maze. That's crazy. It's really crazy to me. That's like human couples. Human couples, one person will say to the other, like, hey, I want to tell you something. I'm ready for sex if you are. But female ducks are like, hey, I want to tell you something. It's 2 rights and then a left. All right, that's dumb. Okay. I also love the idea of turkeys being criminals because I like that one possible judicial punishment is to become holiday food. Like, that's a strange punishment. Just, hey, how did Frank's trial go? Unfortunately, he was sentenced to be served for Mother's Day brunch. So for most countries, we do this really disrespectful thing where we call the country by a different name than what the people who live there call it. Like, the Germans say Deutschland, but we insist on calling it Germany. The Japanese call it Nippon, but we insist on calling it Japan. The interesting thing about Turkey is they call it Turkey, which is not the turkey's. It's not a cool bird. All right, it's not. If you want your country to sound cool, Turkey's not it. So I love that the one time it would have been respectful for English speakers to call them something else, we were like, Turkey. Oh, that's hilarious. No, we'll keep it. All right, that's all I came up with.
Yeah, hilarious. Oh man, I couldn't keep up to most of your stuff. Every time I started to write something down, I was like, "Oh, I'm missing the next joke. I can't do this." So I kept stopping half thoughts
Always
all the
a
way
problem.
through. So, yeah, no, that's a good job. That just shows that you're doing well. So, One thing I wrote down towards the end, I'll work backwards, is it gave me the thought is like whoever named Turkey's turkey, have they ever been to Turkey? That's one thing I was thinking. It's like where, like who? I don't know. It was a dumb thought, I guess. But you had another joke before that, because I'm going backwards. Is the I can't remember how you referenced how he died, and Frank died. Frankie died of whatever it was. But you could have said something like instead of going to if he's trying to tell his kids, instead of going to the orphanage, he just went. He's in the clubhouse. That's actually he's just hanging out in the clubhouse. Clubhouse turkey sandwiches, right? I don't know. It just made me think that way. That's all I really have for you.
Cool.
Jester, what do you think?
Well, if you've seen my comedy before, you'll know that turkeys and I have something in common. We're both often quite dry. There's as far as duck penis, there is a lot of funny things to say about duck penises. I know you talked about the vaginas, but the penises are also funny. And the way that they work, to borrow a term from the way the male duck penis solves the vagina maze, to borrow a term from both cryptography and rape, is they kind of brute force it, and it gets such a massive explosive erection that the penis goes blah, 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 and just like all the way the fuck in there. And we're talking about helical vaginas that have a counter spin to what the males have, as a way of being a biological defense against all the duck rape. It is a fascinating topic, and I think there's a lot more in that. Well, it's all terrifying. It's all like a Lovecraftian nightmare, and it's all terrifyingly real and being fed breadcrumbs at the park.
Yeah, you know what? You gave me a great thought, Jester, when you're talking about that, because the maze vaginas, I forgot about that, is that it'd be funny to do a play out, an act out, where you're trying to navigate your dick through a maze and you're kind of just moving your hips around. I envision this thing. I just like the ducks with like, no, wrong way. Just kind of, they go down wrong paths and stuff like this. Yeah. Anyways, it's pretty
like
stupid
the ancient
too.
Like the ancient drama of the labyrinth, only in this case it's the labyrinth.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Jesse. I just thought that was a funny thought.
Dicks and pussies are funny.
They are, unfortunately. Yeah. I really make jokes about it. So I try to keep my stuff very high in morale. But Elner, what do you think?
I liked it. I liked a lot. I think there's a lot of cool jokes. You kind of like went at turkeys from a lot of way. I wanted to add a couple of things. So if how do they know they're guilty? Do they have the jury of their peers? And then how does that sound? Go gobble gobble. But, and then when you said vagina with dead end, my mind went straight to like a girl with an IUD. I don't know if this is probably wrong and fucked up, but
cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think another round of applause for EJ, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Good job. Oh, man. Okay, we need to up this energy. It's the second half, people. This is where we get to do our own material. Everybody gone, right? Everybody's gone, of course, right? Yeah, okay, good. Oh, man. Well, as you can see, I'm way too stoned. That's another thing, too. I've gotten pretty stoned. And I'm going to keep going with this because it's going to up this energy. This is where we do our own material, everybody. This is where we do our own stuff. I'm going to give myself a couple minutes to do this one. Okay, so this next comedian is probably the best comedian that's ever lived. He's probably the greatest, most fond. People adore him. Just the other day, someone just, gave him a flower for no reason. He was like, "Why'd you give me this flower?" He said, "Well, because you're the funniest person I've ever known." That's this comedian. Please put your hands together for Keller Reeves, everybody. Yeah, fake. Awesome claps. I went too far there. Okay. I keep getting asked to do the story I did. Like right after COVID, I had this joke I was going for a little bit that everybody keeps asking me to do all the time. So I'm going to do it because I don't think I've ever done the workshop. But it's a little outdated because it just happened right. Okay, so like I was on a big camping trip. I told all of you about my Williams Lake trips. That's where I was camping at Williams Lake, and I was up at this party, and it was like going on, and I don't look like I smoke a lot of weed, but I don't do any hard drugs. I want you to know this, okay? And so when my buddy asked me, like, "Hey, Keller, do you want some MDMA?" Right away, I was like, "No, I'm good. I don't do that kind of stuff." He goes, "You sure?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll take it." And that's how quick it was, just like that, right? It was like, "Okay, I'll take it." That's how much peer pressure it takes for me to do something I don't want to do. It's pretty much, you say one time, "You sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'll do it." So, okay, but I was mad at myself right away. That's the truth. I was really mad at myself because, like, fuck. Why would you do that, Keller? You've never done it. You broke your streak. You've never done a hard drug before. You have no idea what's going to happen here. You just jumped both feet in the river. I was, like, really mad at myself. I was like, but it's really hard to stay mad at you when you're fucking high on MDMA. I'll tell you that. It's like, yeah, I just want to hug everybody. That's what it really was. I just wanted to hug and cuddle, and I was just, like, having a great time. And I got a little over. It just took me. It was too much. Okay, like shit was happening. So I kind of hid in a corner. Right, I was like kind of backed up, and I had this cigar. I had a cigar. I don't know why I did. One of the guys gave me a cigarello, and the guy that gave it to me. That's the problem. I forgot to mention this. Is that he was like, "Hey, like Keller, when it hits you, just relax. Okay, don't panic. Just breathe. Okay." That's what he said to me. I was like, "Oh." You really sound like you're trying to rape me right now, buddy. That's what you sound. You're just putting the pressure on me. Like what you said is a frat boy sort of thing. Like, what are you talking about? And then it hit me, right? I was like, fuck. But I just wanted to love. I just wanted to hug. It was awesome. But it was too much for me. I went and hid in the corner. That's really, I went and hid in the corner. Just like, stay away from me. Don't look at me a lot of this, right? And instantly, this kid fucking skates up beside me. He had like Heelys. He had fucking Heelys, and he just skit like just that skate stop they do, like kind of stopped right beside me and pulled out a vape and started vaping beside me, right? And I was like, oh my god, can you? I just like turned my back to him, like, can you just stay away from me? I don't want to fucking see anybody here, especially. But he like kept blowing like vape, fucking smoke in my face. I have no idea who this kid was, just blowing vape, and I was like, oh. But I was smoking that cigar, so I just looked. I just remember I look at him, I go, hey, you know what? The difference between that vape pen and this cigar is? No, yeah. I can put this out on your face, just so you know, okay? You can't do that to your vape pen, okay? I can put this out in your face, and that vape pen, you can't do that to me. So stop blowing your fucking smoke in my face, right? He blew it again at me, big puff of smoke, and I thought it was all tough. Okay, I'm going to fucking fuck him. So I took a big drag of my cigar, right? Big drag of cigar, but when I blew it out, it's like a queef, pretty much. It's like... It was like so pathetic because like after he lit me up with smoke, I fucked up that story already. Anyways, I was fucked up. I took off. I was like, I'm fucking leaving. I went back to my tent, and I wanted to hug something again, right? And someone luckily threw a volleyball in my room. I have no idea why it was there, but there's volleyball in my tent. I was like just hugging and loving it, and I went to sleep. Okay, and my dream was a bunch of clowns chasing me. Thanks for Elmer for reminding me of this. But a bunch of clowns. That's what I was. So it was like having a nightmare basically. And these clowns, these vicious, the ones with the pointy teeth and shit, like chasing me, screaming, and I'm like running, and I'm not, and it just hits me in my dream. I go, Keller, you're an MDMA. They just want to hug you. So in my dream, I did one of those 90s running cartoon 90s. I turned around. Now I'm chasing them to hug them, and they're just running off. And that's my dream. And then I wake up from this beautiful dream. This beautiful dream I just woke up from. You know what happened? I woke up to some guy playing acoustic guitar beside my tent. Okay? I hate acoustic guitar. He's like, just play. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I get up, kind of like, I look at, and everybody's awake. It's like, 8 a.m. Everybody's awake still. I look at this guy like, what the fuck is going on? And this guy's just playing guitar. So I wanted to get rid of him because I'm like, I can't do this early in the morning. I still have MDMA. I'm still fucked up. I can't do this. So I just walked up to him. And I started scooshing against him, you know, like kind of walking into him. And he kind of just like looking at me like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? I go, like, come on, you just got to go, buddy. You just got to go. No big deal. You got to go. It's easy. Just, and he's like, okay. He's like, he's kind of rolling away from me a bit. And then he gets up and he's like kind of arguing. You don't like music, man? You don't like live music? I'm like, no, I do. I just don't like you. Okay. You just got to go. I don't want you playing live music. Okay. I'm fine with, like, you know, if some fucking band shows up, I'll be like, awesome. You got to go. He's like, no, come on, man. Like, I finally get fed up. I go, hey, buddy. Like, you know what this is? This isn't a guitar fucking campsite, okay? This is a banjo campsite. And I walked over and I grabbed my banjo because I brought it with me. Because you never know. I always say this on a rule of thumb. You never know when you're going to need a banjo. And I need a banjo. I had a banjo. I used the banjo. I walked up to him. And I remember seeing his look on his face. And he's like real sad look, just like, oh. Like, he's dropped his head and he goes, man, we could have jammed together. That's what he said.
Oh.
That's like, the only thing I'm jamming with you is that guitar down your neck. You know, fuck off. Anyways, it's there's another 10 minutes of that story I'm not going to finish. So, how about a round of applause for me, everybody? There you go.
Woo!
Okay. All 100% true. Not even exaggerated. Most of it. Just cut out.
That was really fun.
Yeah. Thanks. Well, there. Go ahead. What do you think? It's fun. That's.
I love it. It was great. It had like a build up, and towards the end, because you built the context and everything, every like thing you added kind of was a punch, because like you built the momentum. It was really cool.
Thanks. Yeah, I actually fucked up the joke in order, and I couldn't do the last bit because I didn't have the callback to from the very first bit to make that thing. So I was like,
oh yeah,
oh yeah. But then if you want to actually hear it, it's only like a minute long. But yeah, it's like the this is all true. I had to go play rugby. My buddy, we're going out, and I looked at the guy that gave me the jugs. Go, hey man, like how long is this gonna last for, man? I gotta go play rugby. And he's like, I don't know. It was really good shit, and I gave you a lot of it. I was like, so I had to play rugby on MDMA, and it was like, you know, I was really aggressive. It was awesome. I had a great time, but like I kept getting penalties because every time I tackled something, I just hold them a little too long, you know, just kind of stroke their hair and say, you know, and I can't remember the joke part of that, but pretty much relax or something like that. Anyways, that was the part of it. So sorry, I wanted to tell it.
Yeah,
Elner,
it was good.
Please.
It was good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I liked everything. I didn't have any more tags for you just because, you know, also like very, very personal because, like, you know,
yeah,
I was kind of concentrating on what else happened, like what, you know, but you kept delivering, like you kept letting the flow going, so it was good.
Yeah, it's hard to give input on that because it's like it's all pretty much a true story for me, so I can kind of go through it and do it. So, yeah, but thanks for what you did give me. So I appreciate it.
I was ran. And I say it that way because it was a music festival. So it was past tense.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, did I not say that?
I don't think you did say that one part.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Music festival at the end, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you saying you're the guy? Is that what you're saying?
No. That was a tag. I was
sorry.
ran and I was ranning. I was ranning. And it was a music festival, and I say and that's why I said it it was past tense.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, sorry.
It's an old joke. I think honestly, it's a real old one. Like,
yeah,
I think my grandpa told me that when I was camping as a child, so I can't cite its original source.
Yeah,
he's
past
dead.
Tense.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't think I'll use it, but I like it. Thank you for it. What do you think, EJ?
It was great. Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. It was fun to listen to. Yeah, very engaging, and a lot about it that was funny. I really like the "Are you sure?" being enough to get you to being all the peer pressure you need. That your will is weak enough that you break a no drug streak with a clarification question.
Yeah,
that's funny. It'd just be like, yeah, man, you want some of this Coke, and you're just like, oh, I can't. I would like what did you say? Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's very funny. You're surprisingly oddly confrontational or aggressive on MDMA.
Yeah. I was it kind of went back and forth. I was kind of getting a little too much, and it was like, yeah. I never thought about that. That actually happened though. The whole thing. So I guess I did. Yeah, I was all love and hugs, and then I got angry. Maybe I
like that. What made you angry was just a guy playing music.
Yeah.
You're hugging on a volleyball, and then someone playing music at a music festival was too much for you.
Yeah. No, it was a rugby festival.
Oh, it was a rugby festival.
Yeah, it was a rugby festival. Oh, sorry, was that confused?
Oh no, I didn't. You transitioned into the festival from the rugby.
Oh,
but in my mind, there's no such thing as a rugby festival.
Right, I've never heard of a rugby festival either.
Yeah, no, I've always passed on the rugby festival because passing in rugby, it was a lateral move.
Only goes backwards, yeah.
Oh no, it's backwards, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn it! I punished. Got the rules.
Yeah, okay. I can see why it was confusing. Yeah, so a rugby festival is where you go and you stay at the fields and you play rugby all weekend. So you get several games in a tournament, and then you camp around the fields. I should probably explain that to people because
that's very interesting. I never heard of that.
Yeah. I believe it. I believe you, but I didn't know. I didn't know it.
I never told on the workshop. I don't think so. It's like
no, I haven't.
But yeah. It's a good point.
It's one of those things that's so interesting that you can probably even take a little bit of time in the set to explain it, and people will be so interested in the premise that you have that minute to set it up. Sometimes when you're setting up something interesting, sometimes you have a little more time, and that is interesting. And it would have helped. It would have all the rest would have gotten more laughs quicker. With the setup.
That makes total sense. I can't believe I missed that for so long. So
I can't believe I've been missing these rugby festivals.
Oh, they're awesome. You just camp and drink and play rugby. It's like you never get DUIs. It's the best part about rugby.
It sounds like a combination between like a bush party and a fight club.
Yeah, it's no, there's no fights. It actually surprisingly
in rugby.
Not anymore, but they're
okay.
No, you know what? Not even in this festival because it's a fun tournament, right?
Okay.
And the festival, like I explained earlier, does during the rodeo. You know, maybe I didn't explain it because I didn't want to double it up from the before. But it's during the rodeo that I was explaining about earlier tonight. If you're not watching, folks, you're not paying attention from the very start. Rewind the thing, will you?
When you said the cards thing, at the rodeo, they're running around. I thought they were bulls. I figured it out later and didn't want to admit that was what I had thought the first time. But let's come up a second time. I thought that it was like some like Pamplona shit, like some running of the bulls.
Yeah.
Like I thought the rodeo, like I thought I was thinking like Calgary Stampede when I hear.
Yeah, well,
rodeo.
Actually, they have the Stampede up here. It's like that. Yeah, they have a rodeo here, and the rugby tournament is part of the rodeo. Yeah, it's a kind of interesting. Yeah, so we're part of the rodeo. It's like we're rodeoing. It's funny.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I should explain that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Info. Sorry, Eleanor. 1 second. AJ, are you done? Sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say a rugby festival is like if hey, you ever want to go to a music festival, but just for the moshing part.
Yeah, that's a good line. I gotta write that. I gotta take a second.
That's really good. That's really good.
That is funny. I think you guys gave me a couple of good ones this one. I think I'm just gonna have to watch it again. So, yeah, that's a good one. Way to go, EJ. Eleanor, what do you think?
I liked it a lot. I think we talked about this already. Like, I don't know.
You did go already, right? I'm sorry, you did. Yeah, I'm getting mixed up because I'm having too much fun. So, everybody, another round of applause for me. How's that sound? Woo! Okay, so this next comedian is hilarious. You love him. This guy says right here, "Hello, Eleanor. I've seen you on the TV before." There you go. Please welcome Eleanor, everybody. Hey.
Woo!
I'm hoping the show had a beaver involved. I couldn't see who it was. It was too fast, but it probably was a beaver involved.
Sure.
So let's see if this is funny or not. So Adam Smith is known as the father of current economics. He was a bit of a fuck up. I don't know if you know who Adam Smith is. He is responsible for the concept of the invisible hand. Right? That's the thing that's supposed to control all of our markets and adjust everything to work consistently and properly. I guess what they don't always tell you about this guy is that he had imaginary friends well into adulthood, like for real. He at least one time put bread and butter in a teapot, boiled it, and then complained about the taste. Saying that, yes, it was the worst tea he ever had in his life. Surprise, surprise. And he also one time sleepwalked for like 15 miles.
Oh.
So I don't know if we want to trust our whole global economy to this douchebag. But, so far, that's what we're into right now. And this might be one of the reasons why it might be hard to explain some of the things that are happening in our global economy right now. But some things are easier to explain. For example, more recently, the cost of lumber went up. Was it because of global warming? Was it because of climate change? I think it was because of the Black Lives Matter movement. You see, the protests actually got store clerks so worried that they have glass windows that are going to get shattered. So they ordered like 1 billion extra pieces of plywood. Now, nobody planned to make those extra pieces of plywood. So obviously the price shot up. Coincidentally, plywood now costs just as much as a plate glass window. So I don't know if this is just my conspiracy theory or this might be true. On the same token, supply and demand, while we're talking supply and demand, stepmom porn is also something that I think is more of a supply and demand. I think it's more of a supply side issue. I think that all the young hot chicks that were going to go into porn figured out that OnlyFans is a better deal. So they went that way. And we're left with the old bitches that couldn't figure out computers. So due to an excess supply of them, we now have, stepmom porn. And they couldn't hack OnlyFans. So they're there. That's what's left. Now, another issue that I find strongly sensitive about is that the car industry is trying to push these little tiny shit crossover SUVs on us. Like a Honda HR-V is not an SUV and it's not a car. It's like some kind of mushed up little fucking thing. So they figured out that if they charge us for an SUV but give us as much metal as the car can take, they can get a better deal. It makes me believe less and less in aerodynamic. I mean, we're in 2021. You can make a Tesla fly. So I want you to make me a big boxy car, like super square, just like, when you used to draw, as a kid, you would draw like this little boxy car with like little shitty wheels. That's what I want to drive. I want to drive something like this, kind of like a Soviet Union car. And I think this is going to be a successful business model. For example, the G-Wagon, the Mercedes G-Wagon is exactly that. It's a square thing with a couple of wheels. I think it might be a relic of like Hitler's old designs. I think that's why I didn't get into an article. But, it might be his last hurrah. Now, for something unrelated, I don't know how well this is going to go. This has nothing to do with this, but I just had a concept that I wanted to run it by somebody else. What if Dr. Anthony Fauci was from the hood? I know he's from New York, but let's just say he was really, really, really from the hood. Right? Let's see if I can pull this off. So he'll be coming on the news like, yo, we got this new Rona shit, y'all. It's popping off everywhere. May have come from China where they eat bats and shit. But we don't know that yet, so we're not going to stab them. What we all going to do, though, is y'all going to get jabbed real quick so we can handle this motherfucking shit that's happening right here. Right now, if you want to party, You better keep it outside your crib. You better take it outside. That's the only reason we'll get through these. That's the few I had. I don't know if
that was the worst.
So I'm happy.
That was the worst accent I've ever heard.
I can't.
It was like I don't even know who it was. I don't remember who you. When you started, I knew what you were talking about. Then halfway through, I started laughing because I have no idea who he's trying to imitate here. I don't know. It's like
I don't know. I just figured out he would be like somewhere in between. Like, well, he is from New York, but
he's from Brooklyn, and he was born in like 1940. So like his life might actually overlap with some of the later scenes in the movie Gangs of New York.
Yeah, so I want him to do something like that, but I can't fucking do accents for shit. So there we go.
Especially forget about it.
Yeah.
Me and my brother have started doing this thing where we do a specifically like a New York Italian accent, but we half-ass it, and it's bad, but it's really fun. Like, hey, give me some gabagool. Forget about it. And it's this thing we do with each other on Xbox Live, and sorry, forget about it.
I want to see a comedian go up and his little shtick is bad accent guy, and all he does is bad accents for everything. Just like, okay, here's this, and give me somebody give me an accent to do, like Robert De Niro, and you just do it so shitty, it's like, ugh. And you're a bad accent guy.
I used to have a bit about British people doing American accents, and specifically Liam Neeson always trying to find his daughter.
Yeah,
was something I enjoyed. See, Elner, the problem with the invisible hand of the market is, as a philosophy, the right hand doesn't know what the left hand is doing because they're both invisible.
Yep. And one keeps taking from each other from the other. And it can't tell.
Yeah. It's the invisible hands is just a prescription for a kleptocracy.
Yes.
EJ, what'd you think?
It's funny to think of when you're talking about the car that is just basically the box with wheels that you used to draw as a kid. There are cars like that. That's what the Nissan Cube is.
Yeah,
true.
And,
that's true.
And kind of the Honda Element too. But it's funny to think of that. Yeah, they just got lazy, and I don't know. The lead engineer's kid, they just were like, "Well, what's that?" And they made that next.
I wanted to make it like super like a Hemi Cuda like engine, but like a boxy car, so it still flies, but it's like, look.
I'm sorry, what was that car again?
I was talking about the G-Wagon, but you mentioned like the Cube, the Kia Soul also.
Yeah. Those are both great. The Toyota Gremlin is the car I like to throw shade at. The Pontiac Aztec. And the PT Cruiser.
But shitty Cruiser was...
It's a bruiser, often.
It's pretty much let's name everybody's first car night. That's what does she have a cruise, whatever it is.
I had a Mazda Protege from 1998 with a manual transmission. That was my first car.
I had a 1984 Cutlass Supreme.
Oh yeah, buddy.
Wow.
Yeah, my mom. It was actually my mom's car, but she let me have it to go to work for like 4 or 5 months. So kind of thought it was mine. So how about you, EJ? What was your first car?
I remember driving. I drove a lot of cars, and we went through a phase of just buying a lot of shitty used cars, and they'd break in like 2 months, and we just get another one for like a few $100.
Oh yeah.
I drove a Pontiac Le Mans, which it looked like you could just pick it up. Ford Taurus. I can't. Yeah, some weird van. There were a lot. There were a string of cars that didn't last too long.
I I haven't had my first car yet. I'm on my second motorcycle.
Oh yeah. Okay,
There you go.
that counts.
Yeah.
EJ, did you have more for Elmer?
I'll just defend the Black Lives Matter movement and say it was the agitators breaking the windows. So blaming Black Lives Matters. I don't know. Tricky. You do you. I wouldn't personally throw shade at Black Lives Matter. And then if someone from the hood is code for black, I'd think
There's
about
white people in the hood.
There is, but if people interpret it as code for black, they might not like that. Doing a black person impression. So you could change it. You could change it to a specific neighborhood in New York or a specific. But I don't know. Yeah. Anytime it seems like you're just doing a black person, that seems to rub people the wrong way. Yeah. But there are other people in the hood. That's 100% true.
Yeah. But if it works,
like Fauci.
Like Fauci.
Like Fauci. Yeah. I wrote a couple things down for you, Elmer. The Soviet when you said the Soviet Union car and everything else, I thought that was actually a better first line, when you're trying to as a describing thing. So you say I would, a blocky car, like a Soviet Union car, something your kid would draw basically, and then you add a third or something like that, whatever you want. Whoever had the third one was really good beforehand, but you kind of given like a more of a quicker kind of description as you go down, sort of thing. That's one thing I really noticed on to switch that stuff up. I try to. Is your punchline actually the start of your joke and whatever it is, right? I think in that case it was the other way around. It should have been that way. So, anyways, then you can just use the joke more. It's not like you're, Anyways, I also like the story about the worst tea he's ever had. And I just picture that fully. Like I love jokes that give me a full picture of like, oh, he boiled honey and peanut butter and to try to drink it. I just can picture how disgusting that would be. And wow. Anyways, probably better is worst coffee he's ever had, actually, because it's brown, like deep dark brown burnt peanut butter. But that's the way I picture it. But anyways, so I think good job Elner, way to give it a go.
I wanted to add
sorry go ahead.
If it's both a Soviet car and a blocky car, you could say it's not just a blocky car, it's not even just an Eastern blocky car, it's a Western blocky car. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. It had to be said. Yeah, I like it. I do like Eastern blocky car. It is funny. So, anyways, yeah. So let's give another round of applause for Elner, everybody. I lost track for a second there. Wow. Man, I've been thinking for 2 days straight. It's been amazing. I've been spending so much time at a work thing can't even talk about it, but my brain has been full on that it's almost disgusting now. Listen, this next comedian, you've seen him before, you love him. I love him. He's lots of jokes. They're quick, they're witty. Put your hands together for Jester, everybody.
Thank you. So I told one of my grandpa's old stinkers earlier during the panel. So you know what, my grandpa, he was in the Navy, and you know what used to always give him a higher perspective? A periscope. He was in the Navy. I miss my grandpa. Who else will tell me stories about how potatoes cost a nickel, or gas cost a nickel, or anything cost a nickel, or how grandma cost a nickel? My grandma didn't like when my grandpa would talk about this, but according to my grandma used to have all sorts of old-timey jobs. She used to do something for my grandpa that he called a crank job, and I don't know exactly what that refers to, but he seemed to like it. She used to operate a machine, I think, called a sit and spin. Is it maybe like a spin? I don't know. It's like some sort of thing. And then there was something else she used to do. What was it? What did he call it? I think he literally called it an old fashioned. That sounds really old. I think my grandma was a sex worker, you guys. So I don't understand why people are so weird about keeping their family recipes secret. Unless it's garlic toast, because the secret to good garlic toast is murder. I was only asking to be polite, Susan. I'm not going to destroy your family's legacy if I also put turmeric in my potato salad. Okay? It's fine. You guys, this is saying a lot, but I've recently, and I talked to a doctor about it, but I've been experiencing this worrying discharge. My doctor told me to stop wearing wool socks on my wool carpet and then immediately touching the doorknobs of my house. It was shocking, you guys. It was just shocking. It was just static electricity shocking. Medically, I'm fine. I'm just shocking. So last year's hot girl summer was in fact preempted by the winter of our discontent. So now we've got a hot vax summer and everybody is excited to take off their masks and their pants. So it's time to swap that hand sanitizer pump for a lube pump, baby. But also I recommend being careful with that one as well. By the way, what's with the whole another notch in the belt thing? It's either you're fucking so much that you're experiencing rapid weight loss or you're eating so much dick that you're gaining weight. Whatever you're doing it wrong. So you guys, I've been careful. I've never caught an STD, but I have caught feelings, and that's also pretty bad. Sometimes it's even possible to have a feelings flare up. Symptoms include wondering what could have been, liking old photos on Facebook, and texting your ex. So I've decided to apply a more scientific approach to my dating. And academic disclosure being what it is, I made sure to disclose that on Tinder. And before... Tinder wasn't going great for me before. I don't think I was swiping right. But things are going a lot better for me now. See, now that I've tried this experimentation phase, which is what I'm calling this, it's my data collection phase, but let's call it experimentation. That seems like an appropriate thing to call it. I'm trying to attract a large sample. I'm working with a large sample size here. And I put that in my Tinder bio. And ever since I put in my Tinder bio that I had a large sample size, I've been getting tons of matches. I have one more joke, and it's in 2 parts. And I think it needs a 3rd part, but I like both of these parts so far, so I need your help with this. Streakers have had a difficult run lately. So, when trying to convince someone to streak with you, there must be a moment where you have to say, bear with me. That needs a 3rd part. It's very punny. Yeah. If you don't have 3, if you don't have a stack of 3, they're garbage.
Yeah, that's true, actually. It is true. Say it again. I'm focused on.
It's about streakers. Sorry, I've got 2 parts of a pun parade for streakers. Streakers have had a difficult run lately. When trying to convince someone to streak with you, there must be a moment where you have to say, bear with me.
Yeah, bear with me. Oh.
I need a 3rd piece. Naked.
Dress down this issue or something like that.
Birthday suit.
Oh, I don't know.
That
you just stumped me.
Oh,
you stumped
let's put skin in the game or something like that.
Yeah, what? Because streakers are just usually on. Oh, you've stumped me entirely on that one. I have no idea how I could help you.
They're trying to prove to themselves more than anyone that they're still in the game.
Yeah,
skin in the game. Skin in the game.
They've got skin in the game. They've got some skin in the game.
There you go.
Oh, if you want a thrill, if you want a sports-related thrill that's better than gambling, try streaking. Then you've got some real skin in the game.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
There we go. That's a good one. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. I gotta say that I was kind of like your style. This is a compliment, by the way. Okay, just bear with me with this compliment. It's not a backhanded one. It is because it. I kind of like I've enjoyed your comedy, but I couldn't figure out like what I was like kind of seeing. And today I saw it. You do real, and I love it. By the way, you do a real like SNL like almost like a newscaster the way you do it. It's like the ones that the SNL people that do. That's kind of the way I see your comedy. Not like a Norm Macdonald.
like that.
Norm Macdonald's great, but like you're like a Kevin Nealon type, right? Just more like a Kevin Nealon, kind of in the middle there. No, I'm joking. I just had to throw that as a mean thing, but no, it's like I couldn't remember Norm Macdonald's first name first. It's like, oh, Kevin Nealon. Anyways, but yeah, no, I love it. Actually, I really like the way you do things. It's kind of that way, and I think it'd be funny if you really kind of addressed it and just really went to kind of maybe talked about it or something like that, because it'd be funny if maybe doing it and kind of gives people a path and understand. But I thought it was great.
Yeah,
so
I like it.
The one joke I had for you that I got a tag on because I started focusing on that other stuff was the secret ingredient. The secret ingredient in garlic bread is, and you said murder, right? But I was like thinking, the secret ingredient in, I can't say ingredient. I can't believe this. The secret ingredient to garlic bread is garlic, and that's when I said that in my head, I was like, because everybody focuses on the bread all the time, so it's like the secret. Anyways, that's when I started thinking, holy fuck, he's a newscaster. That's what he's doing. Then I was totally focused on it, so I thought it was great. I dig your style, so it's awesome. That's a compliment, by the way. Not anything shot at you. Yeah. EG, what do you think?
I had the garlic thought also as the line.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, everyone does. That's why murder is the twist.
Right.
Yeah. It's just garlic on toast. Everyone knows why it's good. Plus, there's butter involved. Like,
yeah, exactly.
That's why I kind of picked the least mysterious food for that joke.
Yeah.
The real secret is cheese, if I'm being honest.
True.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that. Another notch in the belt. I like that. It is a funny phrase. I like the lines that you have there. I just had the extra thought of like, who keeps count with a belt? Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
Someone's like, yeah, how many more days till vacation? All right, 7. Let me and they're poking holes in there. What the hell? Is that nothing about it makes sense? So it's funny. I like
well, if my sex life is probably a lot like the belt that I should probably replace soon, because that one last 7th hole is getting like kind of worn out. Like, I don't know. I just use that one hole too much, and
it's all loose.
The one I stuck with, that's kind of where everything's stabilized, belt wise.
Huh.
Sorry, EJ, were you done?
No, I have the image of the loose hole in the belt, and I'm realizing the metaphor for poking holes in. Anyway, the catching. What did you say about catching feelings that you didn't catch an STD?
I've never caught an STD before, but I have caught feelings.
Yeah, that's funny. You could also try. I mean, it seems to work already the way it is, but you could just call it an STD. You could say you caught the worst STD. You caught feelings.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny to think of that as an STD, which it.
Yeah, that's actually better. That's a notch up.
Yeah.
On the belt.
Cool.
That's all I had.
Awesome. Yeah.
I actually had another tag just on the same thing with, caught feelings and stuff. And then what I'm really scared of, catching a paternity suit. Or whatever combination of something like this.
Oh, if you call it the worst STD, the tag is, oh no, my friend's like, oh no, what was it? HPV? Worse, LOVE.
I don't know what the worst one is.
The worst STD I ever had, I got 3 years ago, and his name is Sean.
Like, I don't know what's the worst one to have. I know what's the most expensive one.
Most expensive to treat, for sure.
Gotta treat it for 18 years.
You made me think about something. Was I wonder if female comedians ever use this kind of path of a joke before about about getting pregnant and catching an STD sort of thing. Like I wonder. It'd be funny.
Who would have ever thought that decades of not paying attention to female comedians would come and bite us in the ass?
Well, that's for one speaking for himself. This is a comedy safe space, as we've learned a couple times tonight.
I don't know.
So
I kind of just threw myself under the bus. I don't know.
No, it's funny. It's a joke. It's all joking, people.
It's fun. It's not fun until we're all under the bus.
Yeah. So, sorry, Eleanor, did you have anything else?
No, that's all I had.
Oh, okay, cool. I think that's some good input. What was that joke you just talked about? The feelings one. Yeah, I really like the way it was. I think EJ's is a good one too. It's more self-deprecating, EJ's version. So I think you can actually change that back and forth, that joke, if you want to do like kind of more of a older, nicer crowd, and do like more your way, and then switch it to the other way when it's like a dirtier sort of thing. So you kind of get used to uses of it, or maybe they become two separate jokes, one after another. It's like more like a cotton STD or something towards that way. It's
what are some bluer symptoms?
Yeah.
Of catching feelings. Stalking.
You can even go worse. If you want to do a really dirty show, you can even go, I've never caught AIDS before, but I have caught feelings. So,
just bring up a funnier.
Yeah.
Or if it's it, depending on who's in the lineup, there's a decent chance that someone might just mention one for you as a callback.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point. Yeah. And I think there's lots of possibilities with that joke, so it's good. Actually, you can use it, right? So, I mean, you can kind of keep it around and move it around, and maybe nicer version.
It's plot, and it fits between other jokes as a bridge.
Yeah.
I found.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, let's give a round of applause for Jester, everybody. Thank you, Jester. That was awesome. Okay, this next comedian is hilarious. Please put your hands together for EJ Maniscalco, everybody. Yeah.
Hey. All right. So I've been thinking about my fears a lot lately because I am a coward. And my biggest fear, I think, is getting into a serious accident. I hate thinking about my emergency contacts, getting that phone call and finding out they're my closest friends. Oof. Yeah. Everyone else who the hospital calls is sobbing on the other end. My contacts are like, that guy? Mine will be the only body in perfect condition that the people they call in still can't identify. Maybe. I don't want them to make those calls. They're like, hey, we're gonna have to call one of your emergency contacts. I'm like, you know what? Just pull the plug. You're not hooked to one. Well, how can we change that? The nurse is like, sir, who's the closest person here who can support you? I think it's you. I did list 2 emergency contacts on a form recently, and 100% serious. For my second contact, I didn't even know his contact info. I had to text my first contact to ask for the second contact's number. And God, if that second guy ever finds out I listed him, that's going to be so painful to me. The doctors will be talking to them like, well, there was a car accident, and unfortunately, EJ was crushed to death. Oh my God, by the other car? No, by the embarrassment. There's research showing that the presence of friends helps you recover. Like, it's healing simply to just hold a friend's hand. Meanwhile, I'll be like the one patient having to explain to his friends how they know him. they're just operating on me. I'm like, remember it was Lisa's barbecue. I have kids too, and when you enroll your kids in school and daycare, they ask for emergency contacts who can pick up your kids if something happens to you. And let me tell you, that's a great way to come to terms with the friends you do have, how terrible they are. They're like, well, who can we contact to take care of your kids? I'm just scrolling through my phone. I can tell you who not to contact. Like, sir, we really need a name. Like, okay, well, let me see your phone. That's all I have to work on for that. Thanks.
Yeah,
Hey.
everybody. That last joke, I just want to jump in just a little thing with the contact. When you go like, I can tell you who not to contact. Jerry, that guy can't fucking hold his liquor. He's drunk every night. You can start explaining people your own way, sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be funny. So I'll get back to my other stuff after. How about we'll start with Jester this time? How's that?
It was very good and very sad and very good. I felt like I had to say good twice because that's how I felt relative to the sad. The sad made it good. I like the presence of friends is comforting, which makes it all the more sad that you can only stream it on Peacock now. I don't know. That's all I had. There wasn't. Everything was really tight. I couldn't. I love jokes about death, so that was very good. I love how you had a happy delivery throughout, like relative to the material, at least happy delivery for it too. I like that. It kept it upbeat. I liked it.
Yeah, it was fun. Nice. It was fun sadness, as they'd say.
Yeah,
it's,
gallows humor almost even. It was great.
Even your first joke, like I really like that joke you did. What was the first line of that joke before the punchline?
I said my biggest fear. Oh, first I said I riffed on thinking about my fears lately because I'm a coward. But my biggest fear is getting into a serious accident. Oh yeah, were you talking about the riff?
Yeah, the riff. Was that just a riff? Oh, I liked it.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I was gonna say instead of saying a coward, you should have gone more cartoony. I'm a big old scaredy cat. Just kind of
yellow belly liver, lily liver.
Yeah, exactly. Just I don't know. That's the way I do it, Jester. Exactly. I just got
I like that.
As clowny as you could do, right? Because it just makes everybody start laughing right away. So I just thought that was a good line. That was a good joke. So you riffed that. Good job. That's awesome. Elner, what do you think?
I really liked it. Everything was really tight. You had like a lot of basically everything from strong start. You kind of kept going. Like every topic you had a couple of tags on. I wanted to add, and you finished strong too. I wanted to add. I don't know if you want to use it or not. On pulling the plug, and then the guy says, "Well, there is no plug," and then you can be like, "Well, where's the nearest outlet? And do you have a fork?"
I like that. Cool.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I agree with Jester earlier. You're really tight. It was hard to give you anything that would help, sort of thing, apart from little shots there. But I think you did a great job, EJ. That was a good job. So
cool,
let's give another round of applause for EJ, everybody. Okay, everybody. That concludes our Riff Raff night. That was a fun one of the episode. I don't think I named it. 463. That was 463 tonight, everybody. So thank you for sticking around for so many of those. So Elner, where can we find you?
You can find me on the workshop.
Oh, I thought you said driving a car through Black Lives Matter rallies. That's what I was going to say.
That's exactly that. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Right into the windows. I was the agitator.
No,
I was really the agitator.
People, yeah.
Still throwing shade and blame.
Yeah. Where can we find you, my friend?
In the out here at the workshop, Toronto Music Garden, and I don't have like a set date yet, but
okay, cool. Yeah. Have you got up much? Because I know you're just starting out, right? So have you been up a bunch already, or
Not enough. No.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Any social media shit?
Nope.
Okay.
Just been working my normal job, which is annoying. But
yeah, no car, no social media. Elner, everybody. Thanks for having me on, buddy. Jester, where can we find you? What's your details and everything?
Oh, you can follow me on Instagram at Jester Lind, where I pretty much exclusively post things that I've drawn on my Etch-a-Sketch. It's not helping me with anything, but that's what I do on Instagram. And you can catch me every Wednesday and on other nights because I'm often on the workshop. I'm not the workshop panelist you need, but I'm the workshop panelist you deserve. So
yeah,
I'm here tonight.
Awesome, thanks.
Also, fun fact: tonight is episode 463. That's a prime number. It's a big one.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, I didn't.
Sorry, I'm impressed by that.
Insert Asian joke there, people. EJ, where can we find you, buddy?
I am usually hiding out in this very real bedroom behind me. I'll be performing in the North Carolina Comedy Festival next week. It's being hosted by my home club. Woo! Yeah, very excited about that. And then I'm on like every where is it? Every under this handle, pretty much every social media platform imaginable. EJ Mossy Compo. I'm on all of them. Not only fans. I'm still doing the stepmom porn, but everywhere else.
Awesome. Okay, well, my name is Keller Reeves. I was your host for tonight. I usually do Monday nights. Thanks, Jester, for picking that up yesterday. I was really busy. I couldn't get down there. So you can find me. I got some local shows in Chilliwack going. I got some local shows in Vancouver when I want them. So, I'm just doing my thing, having fun. And, loving the workshop, loving going doing live shows and just I've been going to music open mics if everyone wants to know, and just sitting there like I did one because there's not many music people going to the one I've been going to. So like last week I had to do like 25 minutes, and then I went back on and did another 45 minutes just because the bar was open. But there was a bunch of people watching, so I got to do all this stuff and riff and go through. So I've been having a lot of fun just doing these long ass sets that I've had to make funny. So and the workshops helped me do it, so it's been working out that way. I've been using the workshop sort of mentality, just having fun and talking. So anyways, it's a lot of good things. So if you want to be on the workshop, just tell us and we'll let you in. I'm at Keller J Reeves on every social media. I don't post much. So thank you guys all for being here tonight. I know it was a bit of a mess, but I appreciate you guys sticking it out and joining us. Mess from the start, I mean by showing up late. That's what I mean, not the show. So anyways, but yeah, so appreciate it. Thank you guys. Everybody wave goodbye.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, Keller. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks everyone.
Guys.